boo get a boo. When I'm up with the boo.
Afro District.
When she knows that you're bad like the pool. Why she my boo get a boo? When I'm up with the boo.
Afro District. Alright, bring me on very quick. Let me introduce the show, okay? Afro District, every Saturday 7 to 9 p.m. You know how we do it, man. It's another Saturday, another great show for you today. This is Gotes in the studio. I got Leke coming in. I got One Links coming in. We're going to have a great show for you today. We have a lot going on today. We're going to be talking about African tradition. That is today's topic. African tradition between the male and the female. African marriage, and it's going to be a juicy topic. So you don't go nowhere. Hang in there and just enjoy the music for now. We'll be right back. Afro District.
What you see in my eyes is your totally, baby, I'm ready for you. In the head of my heart and body, baby girl, I wanna dance for you, yeah. I wanna dance for you, baby. And I know you're gonna dance for me, yeah. Dance for me, baby. See, the love is very strong, oh, yeah, very strong, oh. Yeah, you're very strong, oh, yeah. Diana, oh, Diana, oh, I wanna take you away. Diana, oh, my baby, oh, yeah, me and you, girl, forever. Diana, oh, my love, oh, Diana, I wanna take you away. Diana, oh, Diana, oh, Diana, baby girl, your body bounce, whenever you come around, oh. From my heart you win the crown, they can never let you down. Make the fire catapult, oh. Baby, them taking me to court, oh. Say we don't care, baby girl, I'm ready, oh. Hey, baby girl, I'm ready, oh. I say I must to run your race, oh. Hey, that's your drum and bass, oh. Hey, my love is up to date, oh. Hey, baby girl, I wanna dance for you, hey. I wanna dance for you, baby. And I know you're gonna dance for me, yeah, yeah, yeah. Dance for me, baby. See, the love is very strong, oh. Yeah, very strong, oh. You're very strong, oh. Diana, oh, Diana, oh, I wanna take you away. Diana, oh, my baby, oh, yeah, me and you, girl, forever. Diana, oh, my love, oh, Diana, I wanna take you away. Diana, oh, Diana, oh, I sing for Diana, oh, I curse for Diana, I dance for Diana. Love my Diana, 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 keep me alive. Diana, keep me strong. Diana, you're my everything. I say I must run your race. That's the drum and bass. My love is up to date. Sale Baba. Mr. At the Chiga bar. Yeah, will you give me your number, baby? Baby, do you WhatsApp your number, baby? If I give you a lot, you go quere. Baby, wait, calculate you. 1 million times 2 million is equal to what? A million, yeah, a million. 4 billion times 10 billion is equal to what? A billion, yeah, a billion. Shebi, you know I'm counting for a billion. Abi, you want to count for a billion. More than a million, billion. I know be milli vanilla. Everything that you need, I got it here. Taya. I just wanna make you be my taya. Taya. Me, I go like you to come be my taya. Sale Baba. I must make it. Where I shake it, baby don't break it. You took your mama and I must make it. Where I don't stop, take it, don't stop, take it, don't stop, take it, don't stop, don't stop, take it, don't stop, take it, don't stop, take it, don't stop. Yeah. Sexy malato, oh plenty walato. Big bros is getting a lato. Keep it lucky, no lado. I bang it direct go. How you think a man go and let go? This a beauty loud, it gon' echo. Oh to let you DB for the code. Paparazzi, they want snap up. All the boys them say they want tap up. When the big good child, you gon' clap up. Make you want to bet, I want nap up. Shit the goro, wag back on run. My family way of goro. Come to goro, jack a sorrow. Look at dummy baby, she a color. When I shake it, baby do you make it? Took your mama and I must make it. When I shake it, baby do you make it? Took your mama and I must make it. When I don't stop, make it, don't stop, make it, don't stop, make it,
choose you. If I'm to lose, girl, I want to lose with you. They say that I will, girl, I see truth in you. She walk on it for me. Do you really care? She make one for me, baby. She me in the town. To be sincere, I will do almost anything for you. Anything for you. Yeah, cherish you. I stand for you. I won't lie to you, but I feel like for you. In the night, girl, I'm down for you. Oh, you talk to me, oh mama. Rio, balloon, so me got you with you, baby. Oh, I see I find it in you. Oh, I see I find it in you. If I'm to shoot, girl, I'll shoot for you. Ain't gonna kill you, can be just a bullet too. Pretty much this night you get married. Yeah, I want my lion. If you buy infinity, would you buy with me? When I make activity, would you come for me? Step it to the light and let me see your face. See your face. kiss. Yeah, he cherish you. I stand for you. I would lie. In the night, get up down for you. Get up down. Oh, you talk to me, oh mama. Free your way, but Lord, from the big I know you, baby. Oh, I see I find you.
Rocking with Afrobeat super cool DJ.
DJ Fuck, you rocking it all hip hop.
By the way, they boss break. Havana. You understand? DJ. Yeah, yeah. Rock it in there. I'm singing this song for Panya. And I dance to the dance for Panya. I will do anything for Panya now. And I thank the Lord for Panya. What is my baby name? What is your baby name? I request for my baby girl. Panya scatter the floor for me. See, do you know my baby? Her name is Panya. That can African lady, yo. Panya, I'm a Panya, they scatter my brain, yo. Beautiful lady, yo. That can African lady, yo. I'm singing a song for Panya, and I dance in the dance for Panya, oh. I would do anything for Panya, anything, yeah. And I thank the Lord for Panya, yeah. What is my baby name, Panya? What is your baby name? I request for my baby girl. Panya scatter the floor for me. She's my fine baby, baby, oh. She's my African baby, oh.
What's up, Blake? What's going on, man?
Yeah, man, how's it going?
Man,
I can see you have some excitement in you. Some fire in you.
The weather is good today, man. You know.
Yeah, that's what's up.
Oh yes, oh yes. The weather is great outside today, you know.
Yeah. It's a nice weather. It's not hot. It's not cold. It's a perfect weather.
Just there, chilling, you know.
Yeah.
Boy.
Afro District Live, we're back. This is another Saturday on Afro District Live show. Today is the 28th of May, and Afro District Live always here from 7 to 9 o'clock. We start with the music, so you guys will get yourselves ready and situated for our talk show.
Yes, sir.
It's called the Afro District Live Talk Show, but we make sure we put in some some Afro beat, music, some nice music, so you guys will get yourselves situated. And we know that we all don't have like our attention span is short, so we try to talk and put in some music and try to make sure we balance it out. But the talk is the most essential part of Afro District Live. So what we do in Afro District Live is make sure that you guys are up to speed. I mean, the news could be overwhelming, like the news that you hear every day, every Saturday, every day, Monday through Sunday, could be really overwhelming. Today you hear about Trump, tomorrow you hear about Assad, next tomorrow you hear about this and that.
I'm telling you, man.
What we do at Afro District, we pick out some of those news, we dissect them, and we make sure we give you our opinion about it, and we have a conversation about it. That way you can have a much more relaxed and you can get the information in a much more relaxed way, instead of getting the whole kitchen sink thrown at you every day from the news. That's what we do here at Afro District. But Afro District Live, we're here today, another Saturday, 7 to 9. We're gonna Gote's asked some some hot topics already.
I always come with some strange stuff,
Hey, yeah. That's why the people are listening to us anyway. So Gote's asked some stuff for us, so we're gonna talk about the whole.
I don't plan anything before I get here, okay?
Oh yeah.
As I get here, I just boom, jump in and just go.
That's how we do it. Gote's the brainstormer. Brainstormer. He doesn't plan anything.
Afro District every Saturday, 7 to 9 p.m.
Yeah.
You know I will do it.
Yeah,
another Saturday.
Yeah, this
and
is
it's nice outside.
Saturday. Yeah.
Oh yes.
It's getting close to the official start of the summer.
Oh, so, yes. Okay, let's talk about your boys before we jump on the show. Let's talk about your boys.
You really want to do that today?
Yes, please.
You really want to have that conversation right now?
I'm sorry if it hurt your feelings, but yes, please.
Okay, all right, okay, hey. It's okay. I mean, at least we're the one that kick the Wizards out.
Are you happy?
No.
Are you happy?
I'm not happy, but you remember what happened to Atlanta, right?
I think it's gonna be fun. Oh,
you remember what happened to Atlanta, right?
LeBron James is gonna crush you guys.
No, do you remember what happened to Atlanta?
Yes.
Right? That they beat us 2 at home and then we went back and win the next games, right?
But LeBron James is too much.
That's all I got to say.
LeBron James is too much for you guys.
That's all I got to say.
The big star in the game. What happened? He left yesterday.
If you remember Atlanta, because he was injured.
I was watching the game I'm like, this is third quarter. I just tuned off. Like, this is done. I'm done with this, man.
Right. I mean, I was ashamed of the game yesterday, though. But I was ashamed that the Celtics were playing like that yesterday. But
they're the worst number one, man. I'm telling you, of all time. The worst number one.
It's okay. It's okay.
You agree, right?
It's okay.
Yeah, it's a Boston fan. Okay. It's a Boston fan. Okay. I'm
not a Boston fan.
I'm a Washington Wizards fan. It's a Boston fan.
I'm not a Boston fan. I'm a proud Boston fan. Even though they beat us mercilessly yesterday, I'm a proud Boston fan. So that being said, it is what it is.
Oh yes, you already have.
It is what it is. But,
tomorrow's gonna be 3-0.
It's all a game of sportsmanship. But no, as I said, man, remember what happened. Everybody that texted me yesterday, I was like, remember what happened to Atlanta. That's all I responded. Remember what happened to Atlanta. That's it. That's all I had to say.
Oh yes, that is it on Boston. So
yeah, but what you call it? The Spurs are playing the Warriors today too, and Kawhi Leonard is not going to play. So that's
going to be 3.
That's another possibility of
that is 3-0 right there. Yeah, 3-0 right there. So
because Kawhi is not playing, and
once the star of the team gets screwed, everybody's screwed.
Yeah.
So that's just what it is, man. Afro District, 7 to 9 p.m. Call us 240-455-5934. Call us, chip in. Whatever going on in your little world, you want to get the word out, call us in the studio, man. We're always here for you. We are here to spread the word. We are here to circulate the news. We are here to put it out there on the street because we get our news straight from the street. Right, so this Afro District, 7 to 9 p.m. You got me, Gotes, you got Licky in the studio, man. We're about to jump in the topic. This we're going to focus on strictly in Africa, especially in Nigeria, okay?
Yeah,
we're going to talk about young couples getting married, okay? There are a lot of young folks getting married lately, but for some reason the marriage don't last. Okay. Every Saturday, party, wedding every Saturday.
Okay.
Less than 90 days, wedding is over. The marriage is over. Everybody move on. You know. So my question for you, Lucky, do you think tradition playing a big role in marriage these days, or is just the new world we are living now, the millennials, right?
Yeah.
The millennials, they are just like they just think that it's easy. Let me get married and have like what my parents did, and they just get in there. They find it's a different story, and they just crash. And they don't know what to do.
Marriage. There's a lot of things entangled into getting married and being married these days. You know. I don't think tradition even plays that much role as it used to before, because the millennial right now they trying to veer out of the regular tradition of their, of their parents.
Right.
So they don't do it the way their parents used to do it before. Right. Maybe not that it doesn't happen, but it's not all tradition these days.
Right.
But what I see that is problematic these days is that the young millennials, we little ones, we just the young millennials, so to say, when we are young, when we are in our 18s to our 20, 24, 25, I'm talking about the women right now.
Yeah.
When they are 18 to 25, 26, the thing that instead of them, like I said, they are veering away from tradition. Tradition then, when they are in their 18, 20, they start getting ready to, they start copying themselves to get married.
Right.
So whoever they meet at that point in time, they hold on to that person. This is the love of my life. They spend like 2-3 years together. They get married. Yes. They get married at 24, 25, and move on with their life. There's no external experiment, social experiment that they have to do.
Right.
They don't go and say, okay, I'm still young, I want to do this, I want to do that.
Right.
But now these days, young women, if they are 24, 25, they still be like, oh, I'm too young. Why am I going to, they're still young. I'm not talking about all of them anyways, but some of them, they're young enough that they'll be like, okay, I still have my life. They still have a long life ahead of me. Whenever one guy is trying to come to them and be like, hey, I like you, they'll be like, oh, you what? they go ahead and start having fun. They do what they have to do. They go partying. They hang out with friends. Girls night out. This one, that one. By the time they realize the time have flight and they're like, they are 30s. They're in their late 20s and early 30s. Now they're like, oh shit, all of my friends are getting married. Now I need to get married too. Now they'll have to force themselves on whoever guy comes along.
Yes.
And I'm not saying this is a general thing. This is one of the mistakes. This is one of the things that I see. So they force themselves on the guy that comes and stuff. But you can't force a marriage. You can't force a relationship. And that's where the problem starts. Because they're like, oh, my biological clock is ticking. But then you've wasted like 5-10 years prior. The guy that really liked you, then you played with the guy, or you didn't keep it serious with the guy. You did whatever you want to do. But now you think your biological clock is ticking.
It's ticking, yeah.
Now you have to look for any man on your way. And because you don't get to know that guy very well, you get into a relationship or you get married within a year or two, and then you guys start experiencing trouble and problem and stuff like that. Months into the relationship, you guys start fighting about things because you guys don't have much in common. You guys just got married because you think it's time for you to get married.
Right.
So my point, all that I said that to say that these days most women are getting married because they think it's time to get married, not because they think they found the right person to get married.
So you think it's a pressure from the family, from both parents?
It's a social pressure, not even for family, but more of their social. I don't think the family is even pressuring them these days. It's more of a social pressure that, look at me, look at my age, or look at what my friends are doing. Look at my age, and it's more of a social pressure these days that that's getting them to go and jump into a marriage or jump into a relationship, and they don't have anything in common with. They don't have much in common with the guy that they are getting married to.
Gotcha.
But they don't, obviously, because they didn't stay long in the relationship. They won't discover that until they get married, and after a while they'll be like, oh, this guy's giving me trouble. I gotta get out of it.
For some reason, that the guy or the lady, they saw the sign. You understand?
Yeah.
They didn't bail out because they'd be like, okay, you know what? Maybe if I get married to this person, it's gonna change.
Well, I give you another thing. In Nigeria, like 3 years ago when I went back to Nigeria, I was talking to some of my friends. I was like, and the same question. I was like, oh, why did you guys, guys are just getting married left and right. Man. I asked after my friend. This one, oh, he's married. That one, oh, he's married. This one, he's getting married next month. That one is getting married at the end of the year already. Like, why are you guys all getting married and stuff like that? I was like, oh, in Nigeria now, this is the thing, because if you're trying to go, if you're trying to look for a contract, or you're trying to, get a good job or look for a contract, those people are going to look at you and be like, are you married? Because they believe that you getting married is more that you have a responsibility. You are responsible.
Right.
And that's what they look at sometimes. Like whenever you want to go and get like those contracts, like those, businessmen or whatever, they want to see if you are responsible.
Yes.
And because they don't have credit check in Nigeria, they don't have anything to check your, how you pay your bills.
Right.
The only mentality they use to check your responsibility is, oh, are you married? Do you have kids? Do you have wife? So guys started getting married and say, oh, because when I went to the guy to go and get a contract or to go and get a job or whatever, he realized I wasn't married and he thought I wasn't responsible, so he didn't give me the contract or didn't give me the job or whatever.
Yeah, that was true.
They started getting married. So and that was the reason they gave to me. I was like, oh, so why are you guys getting married? Oh, because of this, because I'm like, so you guys don't like the girl you getting married to? Oh yeah, we do like the girl, but
so it's like they have a motive.
Yeah, pretty much. So the guys have that motive of, oh, I need to get this contract, I need to get this job, and this is some of the guys that I spoke with in Nigeria back then, and this was like 3 years ago, and I assume it's still happening right now, and people are still getting married left and right. Young kids are getting
every Saturday they are getting married.
And that's the reason from the guy's perspective. The guy's perspective is like, I need to get this contract. I need to show myself as being responsible, and not only to even the people that are giving business to. Sometimes they want to show that they are responsible to their family. Because their family look at them, oh, you are not married, you are 27, you are 31, you are still there, you are not married, you are doing boy all around the town.
Right.
So they want to get married to show their family that, oh, I'm responsible now. I have a wife now. I have a kid that I'm taking care of. Blah. So even though they are not like fully mentally ready for marriage, you don't have to. Marriage does not come with age. You can be 40 and still not be mentally ready to get married.
Yeah, that's true.
You are not there yet.
But from the African perspective, right?
Yeah.
If you are 40, you are not married. Yeah. A woman.
Yeah.
A man, it's okay. They'll be like, okay, you know what? He's still searching. Mm-hmm. But for a woman, between 22, especially African women, between 22 and 36, the clock is already ticking. Yeah. You understand?
Yeah.
The clock is ticking. Between 22 and 36, the clock is ticking. Are you gonna say something like that?
Yeah, but the thing is, and I get what you're saying, but the thing is just that marriage does not come with age. Because you are 40 doesn't mean that you are mentally ready to get married. And because some kids are, or some people are boy or girl, some people are like 22 years old and they are mentally ready to get married.
Right.
They have that responsibility locked down in their brain.
Right.
Because they've probably been taught from home by their kids or whatever the case is, by their parents or whatever, by the family. So they have the mentality of what you call it, responsibility.
Right.
They know how to, they know how to arrange, they know how to make sure that the husband is okay, they know how to cook, they know how to do this, or they know how to do whatever. The husband also knows how to be like, okay, let me help you in the kitchen, let me do this, let me do that. So by the age of 24, 25 or 22 to 25, they are mentally ready to get married.
Catch it.
The age does not even have anything to do with it. By the 24, 25, they are because mentally ready to get married doesn't necessarily mean that you have money or you have money or your age is there yet.
Right.
It's about, can you take on responsibility? Can you be there when can you sense the fact that somebody needs you? That mentality, you can't buy that mentality. You have to experience, you have to go through that experience or learn it from somebody. So some people, as I said, are mentally ready by 25. Some people are 45, they might not still be mentally ready.
Male or female?
Both.
Wow.
Both male and female. By 45, they might still not be mentally ready to get married. That's why they get into a relationship or they get married, and after 4 or 5 years they get divorced, because they are still not mentally ready to get married.
This is not up to 6 months.
Because they are still not mentally ready to get married. Some people go through divorce.
So they marry for motive.
They marry because they think they are. Some people think they are ready. Some people is because they think they are ready. Some people because they're like, oh, I'm old enough to get married. Time is clicking. Our time is ticking. My siblings are married already. My girlfriend is married already. My guy is married already. I need to get married too. I need to show myself. I need to show all of them that I'm responsible.
You know what? Let's bring somebody in to talk for this topic. We got Wallix in the building.
Not just somebody. Wallix is in the building.
Wallix, bring it. Come here, man. Zion, bring him here. How you doing, man? This is Wallix is in the building. Officially.
I'm hijacked.
How you doing, man?
Oh yeah.
You good?
Nothing
somewhere. I just decided.
Oh, you guys are heading somewhere.
I forgot I got an appointment, but hey, you're on the radio station.
How you doing, sir?
It's little one links right
That's
here.
little one legs.
You see how fresh it look.
Fresher than his dad.
Oh yes.
Yeah, that's the
I see you.
So I heard you guys talking about relationship.
Oh yes.
Like people that are getting married or that are getting divorced like ASAP, like as if
Well, especially in Nigeria, not here though. I'm talking about like serious marriage and divorce is going on in Nigeria.
Well, when you're talking about marriage and divorce, and you're talking about in Nigeria, right now in the present day, right?
Yes.
It's kind of culture and what you say going on. Since we're talking about Nigeria, let me focus on that. I don't want to.
Right.
When you're talking about Nigeria, what I see going on right now is this switch in culture, one, and a cake mentality of doing things that folks are still bringing into the 21st century.
Right.
Now, for a few folks that I've heard about, that they're getting divorced, they're falling quickly into marriage and falling out quickly too.
So what's kind of driven them into marriage?
This is the two things I think is happening. Things are changing, right? The way people see marriage is starting to it's being westernized.
Right.
People are starting to understand that marriage is not enslavement. Back in the days, it felt like when you get married, the woman is just there for sex,
right?
Cook, take care of the children, do everything. And the man, you can see when the woman is cooking, the man sit down with his feet on the table, with his bottle of Buddha on the side, and he's ordering.
Chilling, waiting for the food.
Give me this, give me that. What are you waiting for? And the woman is running. Please, I'm sorry, the food will be ready soon, right? But that mentality is starting to change, because a lot of the women are professional women and they're working, they go to work. So both of you leave house in the morning, and she come back, she's like, I'm tired too, baby, can we order pizza? And you're like, wait, what? You understand? Or she say, give me some time, let me cook, or let me order Chinese, let this Chinese for dinner. And you're like, okay, I'll do it today, but tomorrow. But you also have the cake mentality of men who grow up seeing their father being the king of the house. You're still the king regardless, right? And they go up seeing their mother panic at every time their father sneezes. Their mother go into a panic mode because their father just sneezed, right? And so they see that mentality, and now they get married to a woman whose mentality is starting to change. She wants to be professional. She wants to go to work. She wants to, bring money.
Nah.
She want to bring money home. Like say, hey husband, let's put our money together and buy a bigger mansion and stuff like that, right? Supposed to back then it was just the man bringing money and doing everything, right? and saying this is what's gonna happen. Whatever I say stands, and the woman does not have no say
Right.
most of the time, right? Even if she's gonna say something, she's gonna find a solid way to kind of pitch it to her husband. But now, you know, the woman is saying, hey, why we gotta do it like that? No. So you have that woman on the other hand, then you have a man who's expecting that woman to act like the way his grandmother acted
Right.
20, 30 years ago, right? Where he can go to work, leave work, and go to happy hour, and come home like 1 a.m. in the morning. And when he gets home, the wife should still be up with his food ready on the dining table, and come and kneel down with water to drink and say, welcome, daddy.
So that's what he's expecting.
And on that, while she's doing that, he also has the opportunity or the ability to be messing around with another woman down the street.
Right.
She knows about it, and she's still not able to say much apart from just grumble and leave it right
Right.
there, right? So those men have those kind of mentality. So now they're bringing those mentality to a woman that's developing a 21st century mentality. So you have a clash there,
Wow.
right? People are traveling now, like before, where people stay in the village. When they come to Lagos, it's like they just went to the United States.
I know, right? Lagos is
traveling
like
to Dubai, they're going to London. So they're seeing things, they're seeing how things are being done. You understand? People are learning every day. Things are developing in Africa. You understand? So now, when you have those two things, people go into marriage.
Yes.
I don't know. People go into marriage for some reasons. Some reasons are very genuine. You know,
Right.
people love each other, or some people go into marriage because they feel like they're getting older. They gotta
Got you.
happen there with somebody, or their parents are putting pressure on them.
Right.
But then you see it walking out, the woman is posting every second of the day, my baby just bought me a new car, this and that and this. And 6 months down the line, the media is carrying, especially, you know, the celebrity.
Yep.
The media started carrying, oh wow, this one's husband, she had a red eye and blah 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 blah. And by the time you dig deep and she starts to talk like Tiwa Savage.
I know, right?
If I start to talk, you know, when she started to talk, then you find out that the beating actually started 3 weeks after the wedding.
Wow, that's true.
Like, she's been getting hammered because now he's gone ahead and expected all these things from her, for her to do all these things that she probably is doing, but she's probably not moving.
Yeah, she probably be doing it when they were cutting.
Well,
Think about that.
Not necessarily. She's probably herself while they were cutting, because mind you, at that time they're not living together.
Oh, okay.
Two things happen, right?
Gotcha.
When you're dating, it's different. If I'm dating a girl, right? When we go on a date, she can be like, baby, can you go ask the bartender to do this and do that? And I'm like, yeah, I'll be right back. Because, you know, I'm trying to get in. Right. But as soon as we get married, I'm sitting trying to watch Redskins, and she's like, baby, can you go to the kitchen and see if you can get me a glass of water? I'm so tired. I'm like, what's wrong with you? What's wrong with you, like? You see what I'm saying?
Right.
You start to live together. You start to get comfortable with one another. You're not trying to get what.
So she's getting comfortable. You yourself, you have to comfortable.
Exactly.
Too.
So things are changing, and then you're expecting her to start to do all these things that she wasn't doing before.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So, boy, you know, when you're talking about the Nigerian environment, from the stories and, you know, the interview that I've watched, that's the conflict that I see coming into play. You know, people having two different ideas, and nobody's trying to back down for anybody. No one wants to understand.
So do you think it's pride?
Well, I wouldn't say pride in essence. I think it's life changes.
Well,
It's just like your cell phone changes, right, every 6 months, right? And when you do decide to get a new cell phone, you learn how to use the new features.
Right.
So if you have a man that's still thinking and still trying to do things the way things are being done 20, 30 years ago,
right,
which is his grandfather tell his grandmother, sit your right there, and she stays there all day while he goes to work and come back. She doesn't move from that couch. Right? If he wants to operate
that way, it's not going to work.
Presently, we're going to have an issue. Because now you have a woman that's traveled, that she's well learned, she goes to school, she's gone to, she has a degree, she goes to work, and she's exposed now, right? And you're trying to put her in that kind of situation, and she's looking at you like, why are you serious? Like, why, baby? Come on now, So you having a clash there. Right. So people need to start to think outside of the box. You need to start to talk. People don't talk.
Right.
Number one thing in relationship, communication. People don't talk. People are passive aggressive, right? When a woman does something that you don't like your wife, you call her and say, baby, first of all, go down low. You understand? Come back down, understand me. All this back and forth, yang, 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 yang. We're not going to understand each other. This was what I was trying to say. I wasn't trying to command you
or make you
my slave.
What about if you're dealing with a woman who, before you talk 10?
Well, you got an issue. You got an issue as a man, because you should have known that while you guys were dating.
Right.
So if you were dating a woman, not unless you didn't spend time with her. Oh, you just saw her, bam, she's so beautiful. She got the booty just like I like it. She's this height and everything. She red bone too. Ooh, that's it. We're getting married. Then that's your issue to deal with now. Now that's why you got to date somebody to get to know them.
Right.
You know.
Right.
When you if you see that while you guys were dating and you didn't see anything, you feel like she's going to change when you marry her. You just told yourself a fat lie. You have to be able to address certain things. When keep it real with yourself. Communication starts from when you're dating, not when you're married. If you wait to communicate while you're married, then you just set yourself up for
I
failure.
believe that is what's causing most of the failing marriages.
You know,
I believe so.
Exactly. So you have to communicate. You
The
have
social
to
media
talk.
play a big role in it.
And you have to. Your communication should not be once in a while. It has to be a continuous communication. It's not you nagging, but you talking so that both of you can continue to understand each other. Because things are changing every day. Social media, exactly. You're talking about social media. Back in the days, you only have black and white TV, right? In Nigeria, TV station comes on maybe 4 or 5 p.m. in the evening.
Yeah, the evening.
And it's shut down 11 p.m.
Yep.
Yeah.
Right? So there's no TV for you to be watching 24/7 anyway. There's no Facebook, Instagram, and all that stuff.
Yep.
Now you have all these avenues. So you're sitting with your wife or your girlfriend or whatever, and both of you find yourself, you're on your cell phone at the same time and watching movie at the same time, and you're switching from Facebook to Instagram to Twitter at the same time. I mean, how do you have time for one another? You find out that before you know it, you're sitting together, but you're not spending time together.
Wow.
So there's a big issue right there. So you have to purposely be cautious about certain things that you do, and you have to be talking to one another.
Right. You're so right about that. And that just to piggyback on what you said too, like when you're dating someone and you think, oh, I'm just gonna get married to this person, and whatever it is that we have as an issue, we'll figure it out while we are married.
Yeah.
That's a very, very big problem, and because some women get into the marriage and be like, they know that this guy has some issues that they like. Say for example, this woman is the kind of person that likes to stay. She likes to spend time with the significant other, right? But the guy is the kind of guy that hangs out with his guys, go out and go and party, go and drink. But the woman is like, oh, don't worry, when we get married, he's gonna stay at home more.
Right?
She's already feeling right there. She already started feeling right there. Because if you can't deal with it before you get married, I can change it. Yeah, that kind of thing, that kind of mentality is always the reason why most marriage fail. Because they know that they can't take all this behavior that this guy is doing, but they just want to get married, lock him down, and then they think after that they will change.
After lock him down, they can work on it.
Change, and that's going to create a very, very big problem. It's going to be a big collusion right in there, because you can't just change somebody like that. And the same thing goes with the guy. The guy thinks that, oh, the girl goes around and she loves hanging out with her girlfriends, doing the girls' night out, and
But there's always a red flag.
It's always there, but some people ignore it. They ignore it because they have some other. They are all focused on, I want to just get married. I just want to be with this person. I want to have that ring in my hand.
Yeah, all your girls are getting married. All your boys are getting married.
So that tunnel vision of I just want to get married will make them forget about it. Will make them not see or keep a blind eye to all those things, those red flags that you see,
right?
That a normal person will see. They will put it by, even if their friends are pointing out, but this guy is not. They'll be like, don't worry, we have talked through it, we'll make it work. But this guy is not staying at home. Right. Don't worry, as soon as you get married,
it's gonna
work. That is always the because they have their eyes focused on, I want to just get married.
If I like to party when I met you, I like to go out and hang out, and I'm doing it and doing it. That's what I like. So why would you think when we get married that your plan is to change me? How do I look like a wristwatch that you can remove the rubber hand and change it to chain? Or I mean, you see, that's why I said communication starts from when you start dating.
Yeah.
Baby, how come every time I want to hang out with you on the weekend, you got to go to the club with your boys? Oh, wait a minute now, girl. I like to go to the club. I like to dance. Now, okay, I understand. You want to spend time. All right, this is what we're gonna do.
Yeah, compromise.
Let me try to chill it down a little bit. I'm still gonna go.
Yeah,
but I'll give you once a month. We can do movies.
Yeah,
and then you guys talk.
Yeah, compromise.
You understand? And that's how you start to understand each other. I understand that this guy really likes to go to the club and dance. Well, maybe I should go with him then.
Right.
You know?
Yes.
As opposed to you trying to say, I don't want to go with you,
I will
but you can't go nowhere.
Yeah.
Who you think you're talking to? You know my mama. you see the problem right there?
So would the guy go with the lady? If she's going for like a ladies' night.
Like I was dating a girl one time, right? That was time. AY would tell you. Like we went to the club. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Okay, we're college students. Go to work. Whatever day we're not working, we're clubbing. Like if we're not in DC, we're in Hammerjack, somewhere in Baltimore. Like we're in a club. So I was dating this girl. She would come, you know, and I'm like, yo, you trying to? I'm kicking it with the boys now. You know, not unless you want to. We've done whatever. We hang out during the day, but nights out, I'm going out with the boys. You want to come? She went one time, and the other time she's like, I don't want to go. Why you gotta go, baby? You see how I'm getting down in the club. I likes to dance, you know. So I can't just. This is what I do. This is the only thing I do for fun, right? Yeah? Please, I beg you in the name of Jesus Christ, our Lord and Savior. That's my sanity, right? Let me go turn up. Yeah, you know. And she understood. She went with me a few times. Sometimes she'd be like, you know what? I'll stay at home. You go ahead. When you come back, I'll be here. All right, baby. I'll catch up with you later. Right. But for you to try to tell me I can't go nowhere, you can't do this, you can't do that. Why you gotta go with your boys? Then you start to nag me. Yeah. Then I start to be like, wait, you're not my mama.
And you're not ready to compromise too.
And I'm grown. And because we do what you want to do, how come I can't do what I want to do? Wow. But if we have a conversation, right, as opposed to we're going back and forth just nagging, if we have a conversation and talk about it in a civil way as grown folk, as adults, then I'll be able to say, you know what, you're right. No, I can see what you're talking about. Yeah. All right. Instead of me going Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I'll just go Saturday and Sunday, and I'll chill with you Thursday and Friday. Yeah. Cool. Yeah. Cool. You see what I'm saying? So that communication is a big part. And when we say communication, it's not talking at each other. It's
talking with each other.
You understand? Yeah. You know,
it's a big difference. Talking at each other is different from talking with each other. It's two different things entirely.
Wow.
So yeah, that's and that's true too. I mean, again, piggybacking on what they say, compromise is a very big thing. Like in a relationship, in a marriage, in a friendship or whatever, you guys have to be able to compromise for each other. Like because no single two person is the same thing. Not even twins. Twins are born on the same day within the same hour. They are not the same thing. They want to do something different. But it's all about, okay, this is what you want to do. This is what I want to do. Okay, let me take this some of my own and some of your own, and let's do it together. But when you come and say this is what I want to do and this is what I want us to do, that's a problem, right?
And so where is the problem coming from?
There's no problem.
The ones here, the Africans here, they get married and they stay in marriage. Okay, the ones back home, they get married 90 days.
What's the problem? It's the mentality that I'm telling you about. When you come from Africa, you have a mentality that you grew up with,
right?
But when you come in this environment, after being here several years, right, the culture here is completely different. You understand what it is for you to go to work all day and your wife to go to work all day.
Yes.
And then you guys pick up the kids, so you can compromise and say, baby, you're too tired. Don't bother standing in that kitchen. Just order pizza and some wings, and
let me even come here and cook.
Or let me cook because I have some strength. You understand that. But the man back home still has that cake mentality. Still expect that woman. He does not want to compromise. He does not want to understand that she's tired, her legs are aching, and she's been working all day just like he's been working all day. That's the problem there. You see what I'm saying? You're in the Western world and you see how things are completely different from that environment. That environment is a different jungle from this jungle right here.
Wow.
You understand? And one thing you have to understand about marriage is marriage in the first place, from the beginning, from the moment you say, Wobi, Alpha, sister, you fine, no? Like, you see her, she looks good, and you go ahead and approach her, and you guys start to talk, you already have an issue. You know why?
Why?
Because I was raised from a different home, and you're raised in a different home.
Got you.
And we're not even talking about culture now. We could be from the same culture, we can live on the same in the same neighborhood, but the way my parents raised me is different from the way they raised you. The way my mentality is completely different from yours. The things that I like or the way I like to move is different from yours. So now you bring in two different things and you want to fuse them together. So without compromise and understanding and communication, there's going to be a lot of issues because the way I like to do things is different. I like to cook my rice soft. I want it to be soft so when I eat it, I don't got to chew too hard.
Right.
You don't like your rice to be too soft. Now both of us want to cook one rice and eat without having a conversation. Right. That's the issue, right? Because when you cook that rice, you're gonna cook it the way you like it, and you're gonna be like, baby, this rice is so good. I'll be like, what the hell is this? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Wow.
So that already is an issue because you're coming from two different homes, different upbringing.
Yeah.
You know, so now you're trying to come together and say, oh, let's act like we never came from different environment, and let's try to just act as if everything is the same. No.
So 10 years can't fix that. 10 years can't fix
100
that.
years can't fix it if you don't talk.
Wow.
I've seen people that have been married for 40 something years and they end up divorcing afterwards, and you find that the issue has been lingering, and somebody has just been bearing it, and just been hanging in there, and eventually they just go, you know what, I can't do this. Thank God that our kids are grown now. I can't deal with your ass anyways. I hate you. Are you like, how you are divorced after 45 years of marriage? Because I can't stand that man since I met him. He's an
so, but at least one of them have to go down for the other one, right?
Go down.
One of the, at least either the man or the woman have to be low-headed.
Yeah, it's not only low-headed. It's more about you understanding each other. It's not even somebody. I mean, yeah, ego plays a part into how we talk or how we converse. Right. Have a conversation with each other. But outside of the ego, it's more about, let me understand where you're coming from. Some people just speak to be heard instead of some people just speak or they listen to respond. Right. Instead of them listen to understand.
Yeah, they listen.
And that's the thing too. Like when you listen just because you want to respond to the person, you won't understand what the person is saying. Right. If you listen and say, let me even understand this person first, and then I will respond based on what I understand from what he's saying. Right. But people are just going to be like, oh, so you say this, let me say this back to you. Oh, because you said this, let me say this back to you.
Exactly.
So yeah,
it's not a game.
It's not all about that. It's all about, let me understand you. Where are you coming from? Okay, this is where you're coming from.
Why did you say that?
That doesn't make sense to me, and this is why it doesn't make sense to me. Oh, okay, that's what you mean by this. Oh, okay, I see where you're coming from now. Okay, let's do it this way. That's how a communication should go. Everybody has egos. Men have egos and stuff. I have ego, but that doesn't stop me from having a good conversation with anybody.
So what about a prideful woman?
It's not fair for one person to be the one that's always going to just let things ride all the time.
No, it's not.
If I got to let things ride all the time and you just keep talking all about me, and then I keep quiet, be careful, because one day I might snap and kill you.
What about if you are the one who always go on?
That's what I'm saying. It doesn't matter either way. Yeah. One person should not take advantage of the other person because the other person is cool-headed and they don't like to argue. So once you start that whole noise, they just, okay, all right. It's not cool because the person don't like to talk or argue. It's eating them inside, and they're not happy. They're not going to be happy with you. That relationship, you're not going to have a happy home. It's not going to be a happy relationship. You understand what I'm saying? So you have to purposely do certain things. If you have a wife or a husband that is cool-headed and calm, and you know you're the fiery one, sometimes you got to purposely like, man, Napa, just chill. Don't start yelling again. You see, she cool now, man. Alright, baby. Alright.
Yeah, stop talking to yourself.
You gotta talk to yourself, bro. As opposed to you want to keep it's like somebody's already down. You want to keep stomping them.
Right.
Like, come on, man, chill. It won't work out that way. I like to talk. If I feel a certain way, I want to talk about it.
Right.
You understand? I want to get it out. You know why? Because if I don't get it out, it eats me up on the inside. It bothers me.
I'm like that.
But the moment I get it out, we can
done.
argue about it, and I've forgiven you. I've forgotten about it. That's it. You might still think maybe I'm mad, but in as much as I'm able to talk about it,
right?
I'm good. I don't like to walk around with stuff in my mind. It makes me sick. So I'd rather get it out. Some people like to keep it in, and they can hold it.
Like, okay,
I don't think it's
talk
healthy.
about it the other day.
It's not healthy.
Let's just let to this slide.
Talking about it another day is fine. Maybe that moment the way it's going is not going in the right direction. Yeah, you can leave it alone and talk about it another day, but not talking about it at all and just letting it pile in is an issue.
Yeah.
And you're going to be sick because you just keep taking all this stuff.
So do you think
that's how you see people one day just get up, they shoot the wife, shoot the kids, and shoot themselves. Yeah. Like, what happened? They were happy. They were a happy family. What happened? He was always quiet. Yeah, that's why he just killed everybody in the house, because he was always quiet.
He was bottling everything up.
Exactly.
And after a while, the bottle will explode.
One day he'll just snap.
So do you think being a Christian can hurt marriage?
Look, being a Christian, being a Muslim, being a Buddhist, being a whatever, again, you have to understand one another and you have to communicate. Yeah, you can pray about things, but prayer is not going to come. And yeah, I believe in miracle and I believe in prayer, right? But if you have an issue with your wife, instead of you having that conversation with your wife, you want to go to church and just pray about it all the time, bruh,
all night,
bruh.
Everyone else goes well.
You got to pray and say, God, I'm having an issue in my marriage and I want to have this conversation with my wife. Please, God, get in her head and let her calm down so that she can be able to listen to me, so she don't talk over me, because every time I try to talk and she talk over me, it pisses me off and I don't want to talk anymore and I feel like breaking shit. Right? But maybe you can help me put a spirit in her so she can calm down. and then but you still gotta come and talk to your wife or your husband or whoever that person.
Prayer is not enough.
Nope.
You can't just pray and just leave things and don't. And don't, you know, that's why you see pastors divorcing.
Right. It's just like
you see strong men of God, their wife is leaving them.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like someone that is praying to God that I want to be rich, I want to be wealthy, and then somebody comes and says, "There's this job here. Oh, I'm not working. I don't want to work. I just want to be wealthy. I just want to be rich." And then they're like, "Oh, but there's this. Let's go and do this business. This business is going. No, I don't want to do it. I'm
God got me.
God is in control. That's what happened." And that's the point about you saying you're a Christian and you say, "Oh, my relationship is going to work fine because I'm a Christian." No, it doesn't work that way. Afro District, we're going to take a real quick break right now, and then we're going to be back, and you know, we're going to play some music, and we're going to be, and somebody might disappear when we go. Just
shout out to everybody listening to us right now.
Somebody might ghost by the time we come back, but it's all right.
Shout out to everybody watching us, listening to us, always supporting us. This is the Afro District Talk Show. We do this every Saturday from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Like we always tell you, this is not our show, this is your show. So we want you to call into the studio when we come back from the break. Enjoy the music, but as soon as we come back from the break, please call into the studio. The number here is 240-455-5934. 240-455-5934. I'm Mr. Warnings, and if you're listening right now, you want to see how fresh I look, you know I always gotta come.
I know, right?
No, somebody's fresher.
I got one links junior in the building.
Somebody's fresher than all of them right here, man.
Please tune into elifemedia.net. ELIFE media MEDIA.net. So you can see what I look like. You know, I always look like money. What's up, Lil Zion? Yeah, so shout out to you guys. We're about to take a quick few minutes break. Don't go nowhere. You can go and pee, but don't go nowhere. Take your phone, your iPad, your television, anything with you to the toilet, because you can't afford to miss Mr. DJ. Give him belly. Turn up one time.
Alrighty. Afro District Live.
Lisa Fatuma, sama beti tu kulina, liangalumba, nakti munya kuma faida. Lisa Fatuma, tegu kitande pumubajuna, tiyomi khame, sama dubul sama nokma. Nango bunyango you need express. Bunyango you need express. Nango bunyango you need express. So you hold it fast, you look express. Nango bunyango na might express. Nango bunyango na might express. Mama bunyango no stress. Sama hold it fast, you look express. Malima. This song I just sing will make you high. Just move to the beat with one to one. Everybody come and take a lift. I feel my own body. Everybody down, 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 down. Go down, la la la. See you go down, let me let me la 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 la. Let me let me la la la. The way you do that thing, they make me want to la 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 la. God for this my song, cause after today you go blow like bomb. First I actually get that thing, then I start to be crazy, yeah. Now when I do olele, 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 olele. Everybody down, 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 down. Go down, la la la.
up to you, but I dey pray you say I do. Go tell your papa, say na me dey come for you. Iyo gogo, enje na nke bishop na ega digo. Iyo gogo, enje na nke bishop na ifa digo. Today na today, and when I finish, you should know say na me. As you did the delay, to prove my loving, you must chop my money. Cause my bank alerts na bagam. My checking on the bounce, my mansion on a badam. Baby, take a look around. My bank alerts na bagam, my checking on the bounce, my mansion on a badam. Make you take a look around. It's up to you, but I dey pray you say I do. Go tell your papa, say na me dey come for you. Iyo gogo, enje na nke bishop na ega digo. Iyo gogo, enje na nke bishop na ifa digo. Like play. The person we want chop you run, they beg to stay. Them say I the grace, say which can love be this? They don't know how I feel. Baby say something, make we do something. Yeah, let me hear you say I do. Baby say something, make we do something. Yeah, baby muna gige dio, cause my bank alerts na bagam, my checking on the bounce, my mansion on a badam. Baby take a look around, my bank alerts na bagam.
Afro District show every Saturday 7 to 9 p.m. You got me go to the studio. You got Licky.
Afro District.
We are back. As you can see, we already have two guys here now. One link is gone, so he got some family stuff to catch up to. So we'll just let him slide. Oh yeah.
Yeah, we just let him slide.
Yes, we'll let him slide.
He's on probation.
Oh yes.
One link, are you hearing that you're on probation?
You're on probation. You're still on probation, so it's okay. 90 days, that's fine, no problem.
Afro District Live.
Yes.
We're back. I hope you guys enjoyed the music that DJ Cotes was just pushing into you.
Throw that one to you very quick.
But yeah, we're back here. We're always here every Saturday from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. every Saturday. Thanks to everybody that has been watching us. Thanks to all of you that are watching us on Ustream.
Yes.
Really appreciate you. Thanks to everybody that's watching us on Facebook Live too. We really appreciate you. Thanks to all our fans out there. You watching us is enough support for us right now, and we're going to grow our fan base, and we're going to make sure that we all, your voice and our voice are all heard at the same time.
Yes.
And also, if you want to, you could always call. It doesn't matter if you want to. You should call into our hotline numbers so we can have this conversation too on the phone. And the number to call is 240-455-5934. That's 240-455-5934. Make sure you give us a call, whenever you feel like.
Oh, got it. We got a call coming in.
And yeah, so give us a call and let us know so we have this conversation too. There's a lot to talk about, and we want you to be part of it. We want you to be part of our conversation too. So make sure you call in every time that you want to, so we can have this conversation. We really appreciate you guys. We're gonna jump back in and talk about. We're gonna jump back in and talk about. I think there's somebody on the line right now.
Hello, this Afro District.
Hello?
Yes, how you doing?
I'm good. This is Spicy.
Good. How you doing?
I'm good. How you guys doing?
Great. Long time. How have you been?
I've been good. How you guys doing? I missed you guys.
Missed you too. We missed you too. But we can hear by the sound of your voice that you've been doing great though.
Why you say that?
You sound like a rich folk right now.
I'm like a what?
Like a rich folk.
You look like you have a lot of
A
money.
rich person?
Yep.
That I sound rich to the phone?
Yep. So how is Florida? How you doing over there in Florida?
Oh, it's so hot.
Are you serious?
My goodness. It's hot. I'm actually missing your weather.
Wow. So you be watching us, eh?
I'm watching you guys.
That's
Everybody
good.
knows what we're talking about.
That's good. That's
Great.
good.
What do you have for us? What do you have to? You want something to say? You want us to talk about something?
First,
what are we talking about? Are we talking about did we talk about did we talk about Trump firing Comey yet?
Yeah, no, we didn't get there.
We try
yet.
not to jump on Trump too much like that, you know.
Oh, you try it? That's good because I mean we hear about him so much.
Yeah, Trump's story is bad, so we try not to. Are you coming back to Maryland?
Not right now. I'm gonna come visit soon. So when I come back to visit, I definitely will be stopping by.
All right, we'll make you a guest, but we'll make you our guest whenever you come through, and we'll talk about that. But we were talking about marriage and how marriages fail and why it fails, and people get into relationship without figuring out who their partner is and what they can take and what they can't take from the significant other before they get into a relationship, and then a couple of months into the relationship or years into the relationship.
You guys have to turn the radio down, the audio down. I'm hearing too much.
Oh yeah. Sounds better now? Can you hear me now?
No, I still hear the music.
You still hear the music? Can you
Yeah, it's done. Oh, music.
Can you hear us now?
Can you hear us now?
Yeah, that's better.
Okay. Yeah, we were talking about relationships and marriages in particular, and how those marriages, especially back home in Africa now these days, people don't stick it out anymore. As soon as anything goes sour or whatever, a couple of months into the marriage, then they divorce. And the problem, I think, from what we've talked about so far, is people are not figuring it out. They're not staying in a relationship for long before they get married to start with, and then when they do find somebody, they marry because of pressure, maybe because their siblings are married or their friends are married, or they get pressure from the house saying that they need to get married and become responsible, or from those kind of pressures, or because they just think that they are at that age where they need to get married, and they jump into a relationship and jump into a marriage, and then a couple of months after they figure out that person is not working for them, and then they find a way to get out of it. What do you?
I feel like with everything, I personally feel like social media has a big part in that, because of social media. You think that everybody's getting married, everybody got a ring, everybody's getting ready to cause I see it more on social media, especially since first of all, everybody want to get married, everybody want to have a traditional wedding. Why? Traditional weddings are so fun. It's all over social media. So everyone's looking for that guy that's gonna be able to provide all those things for them, but they're not ready for what comes after that. You know what I mean? They don't know what it's like to live with a man. They don't know what it's like to do it. They don't know anything about being a wife. But because of what they see on social media, and everybody got a ring, everybody's getting married, everybody, your husband, and then they're expecting, on top of everything, they're expecting for their husband to go and do all these things for them, buy them cars, get them a nice place to live, do all these things, and then knowing good and well, like that's not why you got married. You didn't get married just for you to show off. And I think that's the biggest problem these days, and why everybody's getting a divorce, is because you were getting married to show off. You didn't know that he likes to beat women.
Yeah.
Because you were so busy waiting for him, trying to get him to provide all these things for you, and that's not what he's about. You were so worried about marriage. You didn't understand that the job that he's doing was just a contract job.
Right.
It can expire. When that contract is done, he ain't got no job. So then now you're out. People, they're so busy looking at things like that. They're not looking at how things are going to be like after everything.
So you think social media is playing? You think social media is playing a big role on this? Huh?
So it's not. It's not like it's very tricky these days, and I really do feel like social media has a big part of it, because everybody.
Wow. Right.
That's all you see on social media. I don't know, how big you guys are on social media, but on my social media pages, that's all you see. I mean,
again, yeah, I get where you're coming from, and again, it still boils down social media or not social media, because at the end of the day, social media is all about who you follow on social media, so to say. So the kind of people that you follow on social media, and the kind of things that you follow on your interest. Those are things that you're going to probably see for the most part, but which I agree with you in the sense that at the end of the day, it's all about what you see around you that makes, or what people see around there that makes them want to, do the same thing, because, whatever they see influence them a lot, and that shouldn't be the case. because everything that they see on social media is not true and is not real, or whatever they see with people, even not even social media, like people around you, your siblings, or maybe not even your siblings, your friends, or your friends of your friends that are, they're saying, oh, my husband just did this for me, or he just bought me a new car. You don't really know what happened in the house when she might be driving that new car, and she might have that, $20,000 ring on her finger, but she's not happy at home. She gets home and everything is all black and gray, and there is no shininess or whatever in the house. Like, you don't know what the person is going through, so you can't compare yourself with another person, period. You looking at social media, or looking at somebody around you, or looking at somebody at your co-worker, or whoever it is that you hang out with or you don't hang out with, or you see from distance, you can't really judge and say, oh, I want to be like this person. Yeah, people strive to be like somebody, but don't compare yourself with that person. And that's the problem that they have. I mean, I guess I'm just trying to support what you're saying from a different point of view.
Yeah.
That pretty much
you're right. Like I said, it's not only. I don't feel like it's only. I think social media plays a big part of it. It's definitely not only social media. It's also other things. But at the same time, let's talk about how it starts in our families as well. Our families, from a woman's perspective, a lot of the time, your parents, when you're not married, that's the first thing that come out their mouth when they're saying something to you. Look at your age, you're not even married. So you have that pressure too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So by the time you're around my age, and then they look and they see you're not married, it's like, okay, what? And you don't even have a boyfriend, and they're like, what? When are you gonna get married? If you reach the age that I'm at, and you don't have a boyfriend, you don't have any prospects. Nobody can show, like, okay, at least she's been with this guy for like a year, whatever. Maybe by next year, whatever, the guy's gonna ask her married, whatever. But when you don't even have that, your parents are definitely gonna let you have.
They would think something is wrong with you, right?
Huh?
I said they would think something is wrong with you.
Exactly. Why are you, close to 30 and you're not married yet? What does that mean?
So let me ask you a question. Do you think this applies to the men also, or just the women?
It applies. Our families.
Did it apply to the men also, or just the women?
No. It applies to everyone, but that's not how our family makes it seem.
Yeah, I mean, the reason is because, I guess the reason is because men have more leeway, because women, when they're in their late 20s, early 30s, they, as I think we talked about this earlier, an hour ago, a couple of minutes ago, that, when they're in their late 20s, early 30s, you yourself think that, your biological clock is ticking, or, your family will be like, oh, why you need to settle down and, be with somebody. But in the reverse case, if it's a guy, the guy could still, get the guy could still get like a, free pass to like 35, almost even 40, and they'll be like, oh, he's still getting his stuff together, or he's still trying to find the right person or whatever. Not that they are not getting on his own case too to get married, but they will still give him a lot of wiggle room compared to the woman. Yeah, compared to the woman are gonna be like, oh, you got to do it when you're like 30. What do you want to, you're getting old already, blah blah blah. But for the guy, they'll be like, oh, you could still, I understand, but you need to do it as soon as possible. But when you're still at 35, you're getting close to your 40, you'll be like, oh, okay, it's getting time now, but it's getting to that time right now. But the pressure is more on the women because of the age factor, I guess.
It really is. It's true. It's true. I had a man tell me one time, he's not going to mess with a woman past 30. I said, so what about the women that are 35? He said, that's 30. She's 35. She's already used goods. I mean, why could you say something like that about somebody? It's like, it's harder. I feel like as when you get older, the woman knows the guy was saying stuff like that, and it's harder for her, and she feels like, dang, I got to do something right now. Even if he beat me up, I got to get married. I mean, I met a woman one time who told me, she had 2 kids already, and she had met this man, and then she said, they're gonna get married. I said, hold on, you just met him. She said, so. I said, so what about love? She said, love, girl, love can come later. Right now, I need to get married.
That's exactly what
Hold on, man, that's crazy.
Yeah.
What does that even mean?
Yeah, that's the
mindset that she has. She already has 2 children. She already feels like she's damaged goods. But we're talking about getting married. We're not even talking about people with children getting married, because the pressure is 50 times worse. I have a child already. So it's the pressure to get people. The first thing people look at me when they see, they ask, "When are you getting married?" Because I have that child already. I feel like if I didn't have the child, people wouldn't be asking me that question as much. But because I have the child, the first thing that comes out of people's mouths, when are you getting married? And then the second question, when are you gonna have another child?
Wow.
If you sit there listening to other people, you're gonna get yourself into big trouble. Now, if I was sitting there like, okay, you know what, I have to get married, I could have just found any old random old John, and John probably ain't got no job. John probably ain't got no car. He probably still on the bus. And I'm gonna go marry somebody on the bus just because everybody's giving me problems. I'm not doing that. Forget about it. I don't care if I'm on the bus. I don't care if I'm not married. I'm 35. I'm not married. I feel like as long as
so if you be jumping the bus.
Well, there's nothing wrong with John jumping the bus as long as John knows that he has a focus. He knows that he's going towards something. He's trying to aim at something. He's not a lazy John. As long as John knows that he's working towards something. So let's not put John that is jumping the bus or getting on the bus to. Let's not put John down. Let's get that, because I know John might be listening right now. So.
Why would John be on the bus? Okay, if you were John, right, and you're trying to do something, you're trying to get married and stuff like that. First of all, one top thing we gotta touch on is people being ready. You need to be mentally there to get ready. Period.
Right.
Now, if you're not there, when you're there mentally, you gotta be there some type of way financially as well.
Right.
Now, if John is trying to get married and trying to propose, do all this stuff, and John is jumping on the bus. That's a problem. Like, if John's not trying to get married, that's fine. But if John trying to jump, John is still jumping on buses, and he out here trying to go to the store. Y'all don't know where he's. John probably go to Walmart or something like that to get someone on a ring. I feel like that's a little bit of weird. Wait, look, he might find a Mary that's gonna be able to accept. She probably, don't mind stuff like that. But to be honest with you, a lot of women don't want stuff like that. I'm sorry. Even women.
So there are some women who going to accept John, right?
It's all about preference, man. At the end of the day, some women look at it. Some women look at it and be like, "We struggle together. We're going to last longer." So they're going to be like, "Yeah, I'm going to stick with John and struggle with John, and we're going to make it work together. Whenever we make it together, and we're going to stay together for longer compared to I'm waiting for the John that has already made money and is driving his Escalade, and then I want to jump in, and John is going to be like, where were you when I was jumping the boss?" So that's also another problem because at the end of the day, when you look at John jumping the bus or getting on the bus, you be like, I don't want you. You're on the bus, and then 3 years later or 2 years later, John is driving an Escalade, and you're like, "Hey, John, how you doing?" Then just go look at you like, "What are you talking about? I was jumping on the bus 2 years ago, and I was talking to you, and you were looking at me like, what?" So at the end of the day, too, some
family. That's another thing that come about. What were we talking about? The family. Even your family. Now, my mom will not. If I was to come right now and I tell my mom that I'm dating a guy, right? And my mom find that I'm dating a John that be jumping on the bus. The first thing she's gonna say to me is that you dating a John that's riding the bus, and you have you. It's not. What parent is gonna want that? My parent. I'm sorry, my mom is not gonna accept that. And most of our parents is not gonna accept that. But no, but I don't know what African woman is gonna be happy with their parents, knowing that their child is dating a John that's still jumping on buses. It's just ridiculous.
I mean,
people who John has his soulmate, and he's probably gonna meet his soulmate on the bus too. But I can't be, if I'm driving my car, even though I don't have the best car ever. I cannot go date a John jumping on the bus.
So I'm gonna throw this to you. If you knew John, like say 2 years ago, and he was jumping on the bus, he was taking the bus 2 years ago, and you knew him 2 years ago, and because he was jumping the bus, getting on the bus, you didn't want to talk to him just because he was getting on the bus. Everything else was cool. And then now this was in 2014, and now he's driving his own, Lexus, and would you want to talk to him now?
Yes.
And you don't think that's a problem right there?
100%. Y'all know me.
And you don't think that's a problem right there? I mean, I'm not judging you. I'm just saying you don't think that's a problem for women that look at men and be like, because he's not made it yet or he's not there yet, I'm not going to talk to him until he has his own money or stuff like that.
Let me tell you something. I'm down for love, 100%. You need to love someone. You need to love the person that you're with. You have to care. You have to be all that stuff. But to be honest with you, that stuff is not gonna pay the bills. if John is still jumping on the bus, John barely got a job. John is on a contract job.
Mm-hmm.
I have to look at what can John do for me, especially for the women that has.
But what can you do for John too, though? What can you do for John?
Well, obviously, I could do because okay, you're right. Let me stop. You're right about that. What can the woman do for John? What can Mary do for John?
Okay.
Now, if Mary, she knows she wants a man that's made, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mary needs to be made too, in the sense of Mary needs to know that John needs to be taken care of in all those ways. If you were married, it doesn't make any sense. Now, when I'm saying that, yes, I would date a guy that he got a car and he's doing good or whatever. Now, I'm not saying that because I know he's going to be, okay, freeloading off the guy, doing nothing, sitting at home, get my nails done every weekend. No. If Mary or whatever, she's a working woman or something like that, or if she's not really working, and let's say John doesn't really want her to work, and all she wants to do is stay home, cook, clean, and then have the guts when John get home to order takeout, that's a problem. Why would Mary, that's not your wife. That's not what you should be doing. You should not be trying to sit at home ordering takeout. Mm-hmm. You're not taking care of John. Yes, John is eating, but what man going to sit there all day eating takeout? That's crazy. So just because you have those standards, okay, I want to date a guy that's, blah, 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 you need to understand that there's things that you have requirements you need to meet as well. You need to know how to cook and clean. You need to know how to do this. You know how to do that. You need to know how to take care of a house. Now, if you and women, all those women who think they're ready to get married, a lot of them don't even know how to do that. You know what I mean? So you're not. And then guess what John gonna do? John gonna dump you and go ahead and jump on Martha, because Martha know what she's doing. Martha know how to take care of her house, and you don't. So that's something that people need to look at as well. It's not only the guy. Okay, the guy. He gotta be well. No, the woman gotta be well too. If you don't know how to do nothing, then you cannot. And then you expecting a rich John to come down the street and marry you. Come on. You have to be realistic. I feel like it works both ways.
Yeah, now,
if the John don't want you to do anything, then that's the John's preference. Okay, that's John. But most guys, they want the wife to be able to cook, to clean. You don't have to spend all that money on getting a maid service, spend all that money on getting takeout, spend all that money doing this, spend all that money doing that. Like, come on, that's
what happened to the but what happened to the guy that what happened to the guy being able to cook and being able to clean too, being able to do laundry and stuff? Why must the women do the laundry, cook and stuff? Why can't the guy also do that?
Okay, things work both ways. Now, if I marry a John is taking care of all the bills. Mm-hmm. John taking care of me, and let's say, and this is for the women out there who have children already. You meet a John and you already got a kid. Now, John is taking care of all the bills, taking care of you and your kid. Now, you want John to come home and then go stand in the kitchen and go cook? Come on, that's not fair.
But what if both of you are working? What if both of you are working?
Oh, if both of us are working, it's still the same thing. If both of us are working and John is paying all the bills, that's still the woman's responsibility. I'm sorry.
Okay.
You cannot. That's not fair. Just because you're working. Okay, you're working, right? Because a lot of couples who are working, mm-hmm. they still use the man money to pay for everything. The woman just do whatever she wants.
And do you think that's the right thing or is wrong? Do you think that's right or that's wrong? I can see from your giggle right there that you don't mind it.
No, I think that it depends. It depends. Now, if whatever money I make, like, okay, some guys really, really have that much pride. Like, I don't need your money, or whatever. I pay all the bills. Then you keep your money.
But that's the thing, though. It doesn't really matter how much I'm making or how much. It's the thought that counts for the most part. And this is what I do. Like, this is what I tell girls about whatever. If I go on a date with a girl, the first time I could take the bill and pay the bill or whatever. The second time, when it gets to like the third, fourth, fifth time, if you can say, oh, don't worry about it, let me take the bill. I don't care how much you're making, even if you make it $1 or $100 a month. Get ready for, at least if I'm taking you out for more than 2-3 times, you should be able to say, okay, I'm going to pick up the bill this time. Okay, let's not eat something too expensive because I'm going to pay for it. If I might just say, don't worry about it, let's eat whatever. But it's just that thought that I want to be there. I don't want you to be like, oh, you're making more than me, so you can pay the bill. Because you say you're going to pay the bill, then I'm just going to put my hands behind my back and not do anything. It shouldn't be that way, because that alone. Sometimes the guy will be like, oh, don't worry about the bill. And if they don't really mean it, just the same way you girls are going to be like, oh, don't worry about it, I'm okay. But you don't mean it. And that's the same way it goes with the guys too. The guys might be like, oh, don't worry about the bill, I'm going to...
don't mean it.
You said what?
Come on, look at that. What you say don't make no sense. So you mean to tell me that...
Mm-hmm.
Hold on, look at. Do you actually tell women that, okay, the fifth, sixth time, you got to pay the bill? Do you actually tell women that, look at?
I mean, after a while, I'll be like, oh, are we going to split the bill? Yeah, I will. I'm that kind of person. I'm going to be like, do you want us to split the bill? Yeah, I will.
Look at how has that been working out for you?
You said what?
How has that been working out for you?
I mean, it doesn't matter to me. I'm just going to tell you exactly how I feel. Are we going to split the bill? Yeah. I mean, and there are some very, very sensible girls that are going to be like, oh, don't worry about it, I'm going to pay it. And even if I say, oh, don't worry about it, I'm going to pay it, they're going to go behind me and go to the cashier and give them their card and make sure that the bill is paid before it comes to the table. That's the kind of girl that you can hang out with. That's the kind of girl you know that, okay, even though as much as she knows that I'm making more than her, or she knows that I'm ready to take care of everything, she still wants to do something. It's just that thought and that ability to do like the 10% or the 20% or the 5% that makes you feel, the guy feels more comfortable with you at that point in time when he knows that, okay, this girl is going to take it anyways, he's going to take care of it anyways. That makes it, but if you're it makes a lot of sense, but I know it's not going to make a lot of sense to you, but it makes a lot of sense, because if you can't pick up the bill, regardless of how much the guy is making, it doesn't make any kind of sense, because you need to be able to pick up something. You need to be able to do something. Now, everything does not have to be like the guy is financially okay, so I'm going to take advantage of it. Taking advantage of things is not.
So like it.
Yeah.
So if a guy asks me on a date,
yeah,
right, and me and him are dating, and I know, let's say the guy is, let's say he's like a high paying job, a nurse, anesthetist that make mad money.
Okay.
Now I'm gonna go sit me. I'm still in school.
Mm-hmm.
I work a little part-time job somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
Now I should reach down in my purse and pay a bill.
I'm not saying you should pay the bill the first time.
That don't make no damn sense. Come on.
But listen. Number one, listen.
You are a man.
Don't put it about it. Oh, it's all about, oh, I'm a man now. But when it comes to some other thing, be like, oh, why must it be a woman thing? It's not. I'm not that kind of person. I'm not that kind of.
That's not the way I see things.
That's the way you see it, because you said I'm a man. So because I'm a man now, I have to pay the bills. But when it comes to some other things, you be like, oh, why do I have to do it because I'm a woman? No, there's no job. There's no. That's what I'm trying to tell you. There's no particular job that a man has to do and a woman has to do. Just the same way I told you that. Why does the woman Mary has to be in the kitchen all the time? Why can't John go to the kitchen to clean and cook? And that's the kind of person that I am. I won't say because of you're a woman, you have to be in the kitchen all the time to cook, or you have to do the laundry all the time, or you have to clean the house. I am that kind of person that I'll be like, okay, you've done it this so far, I want to start doing it with you right now. How can I help you? How can I be in the kitchen with you? What do you want me to do? Do you want me to use the blender for you, or do you want to put something on the stove? I'll do that for you. What do you want to do? Oh, did you finish washing? I'm going to fold for you. I'm going to fold the clothes for you. What do you want me to do? Oh, you did this. You did the toilet already. Don't worry, I'll do the living room and I'll do the staircase and I'll vacuum for you. That's the kind of person. That's the kind of relationship you should be in. You shouldn't be in a relationship whereby you go by, oh, he's the man. He's going to go do the lawn, mow the lawn outside. He's going to mow the lawn outside. He's going to do everything. He's going to pay the bills, and I'm just going to cook.
You should never expect for the woman to one day, oh, she got to pick up the bill. No, I don't think. I'm sorry.
So you shouldn't expect the woman to pick up the bill.
That's fair. No, that's not fair. That's not her. No, she's a woman.
That's not her job to pick up the bills. There's no job to pick up the bill. Nobody has a job to pick up the bill. Nobody has any job to pick up the bill. No, where? In what book? In which book is that written?
It ain't no book. It's just it's what it is.
What it is?
A man. So now, so I'm gonna sit there and then that's the type of stuff that doesn't make any sense. Like that type of stuff follows people home. You know what I mean? When you get in the house and you marry the person, and then so now when y'all paying bills, it's gonna be like that too. Like
definitely. Yeah, if my wife is working, I don't care how much I'm working. If my wife is working, I don't care how much I make. If my wife is working, we're going to probably have a joint account whereby some of our money is going to be going there, and we could do whatever we want to do with the money, and we pay the bills and stuff like that. So I won't be making the money and be like, okay, she's working and she's making money too. Unless she's not working, that's a different situation, and I know she doesn't have money. But if she's working and she has money, I will make it my own goal to give her some priorities to pay. It might be electricity bill, it might be water bill, it might be sewage bill, whatever. But I'll give her something. I'll make sure she's taking something out of her money that she's making
bills are nothing.
in the house.
Those bills are nothing.
You said what?
I'm talking about the big bills. Okay, let's talk about the big bills. The house bill, the car bills.
Yeah.
Those big behind bills.
Uh-huh.
Who is supposed to pay those bills?
Nobody's supposed to pay no bills. What if you are making more than me? What if the wife is making more than me? How about that?
What I gotta do is you a man. Like don't. I feel like I'm sorry.
Okay.
This may sound a little weird, but I'm sorry. Do not look at a woman's money. You need to worry about your own money.
Oh really? So now you need to worry about your own money. When you were talking about the man has more money, now you have to pay the bill. So now when it comes to the woman making more money, you need to look at your money. Is that what it is?
The Bible says a man that does not work does not eat. Okay? I'm sorry. It's a man's responsibility to take care of the bills. They got you.
Okay.
Do what you gotta do.
Okay, let me give you a scenario. I was making money. I was making 300,000, right, when you met me, and you were making 70 or 100, and I was paying the bills and everything. Good and fine. I was doing it your way, paying all the bills and make sure all the bills are paid and stuff. And for example, 5 years down the line, I lost my job and I started making 100,000, and you got employed, got promoted, and you started making 300,000. Would my responsibility change in the house, or would I still have to do everything that I used to do, pay the bills and stuff? Or would you say, okay, now I'm making more, let me take care of it?
No, that's still got. Let me tell you something. You gotta hustle, bustle, do what you gotta do to pay the bills.
So you're still not gonna chip in. You're gonna be like, whatever, you take care of it from your 100,000.
Okay, let me tell you, the big bill. Okay. Let's stop. Let's rewind a little bit. The big bills. That's the man's job.
Really? Who said that? In what book? In what book?
Actually, all the bills is your job to pay. I can help you.
Oh, you can help me in the house that you live in the house that your kids live in. You're gonna help me to pay the bills. How does that sound to you?
As long as I have to lay down. As long as I have to lay down, I have to lay down every day and do the stuff that you want to do, all those stuff. I'm so sorry. There's things that you just have to do. No, and those are just
whatever we do when we lay down is something that we both enjoy together. So what I'm talking about is the house that you live in, and you're going to be helping me.
The guy, I'm sorry, the guy is wanting it more. So you gotta see it like that too. The guy is wanting it more. Look, if you are a man, that's your job to go out and even a long time ago, that's how it used to be. The woman stay home, she cook and clean. The guy go out and get money.
Oh, really?
Nowadays, the Western world want to make it look like, oh no, you know what? Share equal. Yeah, we should share everything equally. I
okay, back in the days, that same back in the day that you're talking about, I used to work, that the men used to go and work, and then the woman sits at home and stuff. The man used to tell the woman exactly what to do, and the woman has to listen to it. So is it going to be the same for you too? Because I'm paying all the bills, I'll tell you exactly what. I'll tell you to sit down or not go out with your girlfriends or whatever, and you have to listen to me.
That's crazy. You can't.
Oh, now that is crazy. That part of the situation is crazy. So all you're doing is just cherry picking. You pick whatever it is that you want from the olden days, and then you pick the ones that you want from the new days.
You're right. You're 100% right. I'm not saying I'm not, and I told you it's gonna sound weird. It's gonna sound crazy. But at the same time, I'm gonna keep it 100 with you.
But if he walks like a dog and talk like a dog,
a lot of women feel like that. A lot of women feel like that.
Well, and because a lot of women feel like that doesn't make it right. That's what I'm trying to tell you right now. Because a lot of women feel like that doesn't make it right. Because a lot of men feel like the woman has to be in the kitchen and cook for me every time doesn't make it right. Because a lot of man feels like, oh, the woman has to clean all the house and make sure the house is clean and make sure that my clothes are washed does not make it right. Just the same way.
It's still cut down. Either way you put it, like it's still gonna be cut down 50-50. There's maybe you gotta pay all the bills, but there's stuff a lot of stuff that she gotta do. So it's the guy. I mean, you see, that's a problem. Like one is saying, communication. Now let's say me and you met. We never talk about stuff like that. Never. Then we get married. Yeah, everybody have fun. We get married. And then now when we live together, it comes down to paying bills, and I'm looking at you. You're looking at me. Bam. That's automatic with divorce right there. Because you didn't have it. This is a community. This is what I'm saying. Some people are just not ready.
And I would have known that. And I would have known that if I was dating you and went on a couple of dates and I realized that you don't pick up the bill. I would have known that you're the kind of person that won't pick up the bill when we get married to.
Okay, what if she comes in the building 1 or 2 times? Okay.
That's fine. It's just the thought. It's just the idea that I know that she has something in her mind that says, okay, it's not this guy's job to pay her all the time. I have to pay too. That idea, as long as I know she has that thought in her, I know when we get married too, she will pick up some bills in the house too, because she has that mindset of, it's not his responsibility to pay all the time, even though we go on the date together or whatever, and he makes more money than me. I pick up the bill like once or twice. I'm not expecting her to pick it 50-50. I'm not expecting her to go on. We go on 10 dates and she pick up the bill 5 times or 4 times. I just want her to have the idea of, okay, I want to pay. Even if I might say no to it, I might end up saying no, but for the fact that I know that she has that mindset.
A lot of women do. Like I'm sure every woman who go out with a man, the man pay all the time. At one point, she's gonna take out a car and say,
after the 20th date.
But if I'm dating a guy I know you rich, I am not paying nothing. I'm so sorry. And a lot of women might disagree with me, but I would not reach in my pocket and say, no, I'm gonna be looking at you.
All right. Good luck with that, man. I mean, good luck with that. That's all I have to say.
What? What you mean? Oh, you have to say, nigga, come on. That don't make no sense. You know the man, you know you rich, and you trying to get me to pay a bill?
Right.
Come on now. That's crazy.
And that's the more reason why you shouldn't even think about like, oh, this guy has the money. So, I mean, him telling me to pay a bill is just about him making a point. That's it. And that's why you have to get with the system. The point is that, and the point is just that, it's not my responsibility to pay the bill. It's not because I'm paying the bill doesn't mean that I have to pay the bill. That's the point. That's the point.
Okay, like I asked you before, how is that working out for you? How is that working out for you?
How is that working out for me? Pretty good. Pretty like I feel good about myself every time. Whenever I hang out with a woman, I have a date with a woman.
You feel good about yourself. After you do, you feel good about yourself.
I do feel good about myself, yes, because I tell people exactly how I feel, and I won't pay the bill, and I'll be thinking in my head that why can't she pick up the bill? I'll tell you straight up. I'll be like, hey, do you want us to 50 this bill or you want to pick it up? What do you want to do? Because I'm not going to pay this whole bill. Yeah, I'm going to tell you straight up to your face. You want us to 50 it up or you want to pick it up?
Hey, Linky, I'm telling you right now.
And that will be after. And that
a woman like me, she gonna get up and walk out. And then you would have deserved for her. I'm sorry, but you would have to deserve for her to walk out because that's messed up.
Oh yeah.
You would have deserved that walk out. That's messed up to say something like that.
I don't.
Next time you gonna pay the bill, I would slap you on the side of your head.
So you're gonna walk out because I tell you to pick up the bill. Oh, good luck with that. And I'll be glad for you to walk out if you say you're going to walk out because you don't want to pay the bill.
No, and I will, and I will do it with some pride. And if you give me a ride, I'm gonna call an Uber. And that's what you see. That's why when I go on a date with a guy, I prefer to drive my own car.
Just in case.
He wanna act boo boo. I'm gonna jump him. I'm gonna say thank you very much. I'm gonna slap you. And I'll make sure I go with a purse that I can slap you upside the head and slap you upside the head and then jump in my car and go in that.
You know I've gone on a. I'll give you an example. I've gone on a date before and I figured I believe the girl didn't pick up the bill. Like I think we went on a third date. And from our conversation too, I don't like the way she was talking. So I was like, we're gonna split this bill. She was like, no, we can't split this bill. You have to pay for the bill, blah blah blah. I'm like, for one, you were the one that asked me out, like, let's go to the movie, and we just came back from the movie, and you said let's go to dinner. So we're gonna split this bill. She's like, no, we're not gonna split this bill. I'm like, okay. So I walked up. I'm coming. I'm going to the restroom. I walked up. I went to the cashier, and I told the cashier that, can you please split this bill? The bill that we have, can you split it into two? I mean, I would have gone wrong and be like, split whatever she had and whatever I had, because she had more than I did. But I was nice enough to say, can we split the bill into two? And the cashier did. So by the time I got back there, the cashier brought the bill and brought 2 bills. And she was like, oh, give it to him. I'm like, no, that's your part of the bill, and this is my part of the bill. And I gave the cashier my stuff. And I'm like, charge this guy. She looked at me really weird and she was really mad. And I was like, I have a choice. You pick up your wallet from your stuff, you walk. So you pay the bill. And she ended up paying the bill. She was mad at me, but she paid the bill. And I'm going to do that over and over again. And I felt really good about myself. I did it and I felt good about it.
You feel good about it?
Yeah, really good. Hey. Because I made that point and the point was really clear. She didn't mess with me again, but yeah, I made that point clear, and she's not going to do the same thing to another man. If she does, and I mean, if the man is good enough, he's going to pay the bill or whatever.
No,
but I'm not going to take it.
It's going to happen to you. One day you're going to meet your match.
And what is going to happen? He's going to pull the wallet out. He's going to pull the money out of my wallet. My money out of my wallet to pay the bill.
I guarantee you're going to pay the bill. I know that.
How am I going to pay the bill?
Meet your match.
All I have to do is tell the cashier to split the bill. That's all, and I walk away with after paying my own part.
Okay, that's for that. You know what? Okay, that's what I'm gonna do.
That's all I have to do.
Like having seminaries. I'm gonna go out all across the country to start talking to women about paying bills. And then one day you're gonna meet a woman that been to one of my seminaries, and bam, you're gonna be that she ain't gonna pay the bill. She gonna learn today. That's wrong.
So what are you? So give me an example. What are you gonna do when I say let's split the bill and I tell the cashier to split the bill? So what are you gonna do? You're gonna.
I'm gonna look at you in the eye, and first I'm gonna stare at you.
Yeah. So what would that do to me? Okay.
10 minutes looking at you.
Okay. So. Doesn't
if you have any type of shame in your body.
I don't have that kind of shame. You can look at me all day long. Now I'm still gonna split the bill.
And then I'm gonna get up very slowly from the table. You know, that's how my mom taught me to do. Get up very slowly. And then you have to make when you get up like that, you gotta make like a little, you gotta make a grand exit. You know. Snatch your purse from off the table. Snatch your keys from off the table. Yeah. And then walk away.
Well, by the time you're walking away, the cashier is going to tell you that you have to pay your bills. By the time they hold you at the door, you tell me what you got to do. I'm going to tell the cashier I'm paying my part of the bill.
I'm leaving and leave you sit there and they call police on you.
It won't be my problem anymore because they split the bill already and they knew you hit Ed part of the bill. So at that point, it's going to be you and the restaurant talking about it, not me.
You're not going to have the time to split the bill, boo. I'm going to tell you that right now. You're not going to have time to go and tell cashier nothing.
Oh, you don't know how fast I am about that. I will tell the cashier by the time they bring, like, can you split the bill, please? I won't even let you know that I'm going to split the bill. I'm going to split it and you're going to just see your part of the bill. That's all. Now it's going to be with you and the restaurant, not me and you. Because if you don't pay your bill, the restaurant is going to come at you. They're not going to come at me because we already split the bill.
And I hope one day they come at you and they be like, sir, you a man. You let her split the bill.
What?
Are you happy about that?
I don't see any restaurant doing that. And I can't even see that happen. But anyways,
it's a restaurant then, because I definitely would tell someone that. I'm supposed to. I would
definitely. Maybe you have not met your match yet. You will.
No, you didn't meet your match yet. Because I've had guys that try that to me, and you definitely got a walkout. I don't have time for that.
So, well, don't. So if you were, in that case, if you see someone like me, or if you see me and I ask you out on a date, you shouldn't go out on a date with me then.
Like it. Yeah. I will go out with you on a date, and I will tell you.
You shouldn't. You shouldn't go out on a date with me. Maybe not the first. Maybe the first date might work out. Maybe not the third date. Because if I realize you don't want to pay,
I will make sure that date get to like 10 dates. I won't tell you about. I'm telling you that.
Good luck with that.
I would deal with you.
Good luck with that.
That's ridiculous. Look, it don't even make no sense.
It makes a lot of sense.
You told me don't make no sense at all, and I cannot believe you're so happy to tell people that story.
I am.
You know.
Yeah, I am, because it's what every man should do actually.
And look, you ain't gonna get no play from this radio station because right now they'll be like, hell no.
Hey, I keep it real all the time. It doesn't matter. Some women like it like that.
That's good. That's a good thing about it. You keeping it real, and I'm keeping it real too. I'm telling you.
Right.
Real, and then you.
Hey, that's why I appreciate you. Anyways, that's why I appreciate you. Don't fake it. That's good.
No, I'm not. I can't. But
that's good.
To be honest with you, there is gonna be a point in time within those 10 days, the woman take out her card and then be trying to pay.
We're not gonna even last 10 days if you're not picking up the bill, or if you don't even have that incentive, if you don't have that intention to pick up the bill. Like, if your body language is not picking up the bill after the third date, I'm not. Is that we're not going on a date anymore, or we're going on a date and I'm gonna let you know that you're gonna split that bill?
Nigga, you're not being fair. You don't even sound fair.
Oh, really? So it sounds fair for me to be picking up the bill that somebody else paying, like a steak and eating steak and all that?
It really does.
Anyways, it's been a nice. We missed you so much. That's why we have to spend all this time with you. We missed you so much. That's why we have to spend this time with you, and we want to wrap it up right on the radio station right now. It was nice talking to you as always, and we really appreciate you calling in. Thanks very much. I hope you're enjoying Florida. Keep enjoying Florida. Whenever you're in town, let us know, and you'll be more than welcome to come down here.
I will. So you guys have a good night.
All right, thank you.
Bye-bye.
All right, bye.
Afro District Live. This is what we do. Again, we will always welcome your call in anytime. We'll give you as much time as possible. We won't cut you off. We'll make sure we have that conversation with you if you want to have it, just like we had with one of our fans right there that listens to us every time. So whenever you want to call in and you feel like you have something on your chest, bring it out. Come here, talk about it. We're not going to cut you off. We don't want those people like, oh, time is going, we're going to cut, unless we know we have to go. we're gonna have that conversation with you. But yeah, this is Afro District Live. We really enjoy and appreciate you guys. We appreciate everybody that's watching on Ustream. We really appreciate you guys that are watching on Ustream. I appreciate everybody that's following us on Facebook and watching us on Facebook too. We are really grateful for all you guys. We promise that we're going to make this show a bigger, better show and a much more interesting show. If this is not interesting enough for you, by the way, we're going to make it much more interesting, and just keep doing what you're doing, and we're going to keep doing what we are doing here. We're going to make sure we better ourselves here. Afro District Live. Oh
yes, that was a great call from Florida.
Yep.
We got people watching us from all over the world,
Yeah.
Because this Afro District, we run this show, and we got folks from Africa, from South Africa, from Nigeria, from Ghana. We got folks all over Africa watching us.
From Malaysia.
We got folks from Malaysia. We got folks from United Kingdom, So they are watching us, but sometimes they don't call. So I guess we just catch this one from Florida today, and she called in, and it was a great conversation.
Yep. It is.
You see, we didn't cut her off like what you say. We didn't cut her off.
Yeah.
We let her say everything she got to say.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's part of the show. That's how we do it. We have fun. This Afro District, powered by eLife Media.
Yeah.
Gotes and Leke in the studio. It's almost 5 minutes to go, but what we're gonna do with the 5 minutes? Let's just.
You wanna give them music to enjoy the remaining 5 minutes with some.
Yes, I think so.
Weekend music.
Yes, it's weekend, so I know it's relaxing time.
Yeah.
So let's just round up our talk for this week.
Yeah.
But I have a topic coming up next week.
Right.
Okay, there's a pastor in Nigeria. Mm-hmm. Okay, he's a pastor in a big church, but they accuse him of, something, and he agreed to go to the herbalist house, which is the juju house.
Yeah.
To swear,
Yeah.
For those of you who don't know what juju is, like a voodoo,
Yeah.
The pastor agreed to go to the voodoo house to swear that he's innocent.
Okay.
Is it right for a pastor to go to a voodoo house to show he's innocent? I'll leave you folks with that.
Yeah, that's an interesting topic. We're going to talk about that next week, because I know if we start on that one, it's going to be 11 o'clock.
Yeah, if we start on that, we're gonna. So I just leave them with that one,
All right.
Is it right for a pastor of a big church to go to a voodoo house to swear just to prove he's innocent? I'll leave you with that.
Alrighty.
Oh yes, Afro District
Live.
Oh yes.
We'll be back here next week Saturday from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Just make sure you don't miss it. We'll be back here next week Saturday. We're gonna leave you with some music, and make sure you put our number on your speed dial so you can call us next week. It's 240-455-5934. That's 240-455-5934. All right. We're done for this week.
All right.
Thanks.
Thank you. See you.
I like you like that, like that, oh, like that, oh, I feel you like that, like that, oh, like that. No need to change, no need to be, no need to shame, no baby, tu es très belle comme ça, oh. I like you like that, like that, oh, like that, oh, I feel you like that, oh, yeah, like that, like that, oh. See you already know, like that, oh. When it's scary and dark, then are you I will run to. When it's rainy and cold, then are you I will run to. Don't keep me waiting, no, me waiting. Mommy, don't keep me waiting, no. Banjago.
Hey, Mr. K-Mix.
So
for the dough. Tell her one, make she wine for the dough. Tell her 9-5 for the no. Tell her die for the no.
Ghana girl say she want marry me, yo. I hope so she sabi kuku wache. Hope your love go sweet past the sheet up. Baby girl, I say your body na killer, oh. Oh, yeah, I need to diet of your body, oh, only on your body. For the corner, there's somebody made a call. They see the wine, I see fire for body. And if you follow me, go now, enjoyment go kill 'em. Baby girl, you bad, girl, the way you wine, I I demand over you, girl. I demand over you, girl. Say you are my woman, my superwoman. I demand over you, girl. I demand over you, girl.
Die for the love, girl I want me, she want for the dough. Last die for the love, girl I want me to die for the dough. Die for the dough.
Love me, oh baby, love me non-stop. I will love you non-stop. Always place you on top, baby, oh baby, oh. All about you, oh, want me, oh. Play the music non-stop. Tell them dance to my song. Tell them shake bum bum, oh yeah. That's the girl for the corner, there's somebody make a call.
Afro super cool DJ.
Like a luma jaya. If I tell you, say girl, I love you, I love you. See them in them I want you, but I need you. I swear me I tell you what you don't know. So many don't know. I see them aside, girl, I don't know. But still, girl, I don't know. Cause now we get to many ideas. We get to plenty and shabby. Like a luma. Anything a man do, plenty eyes they see. Like a luma. Please don't leave me there. Don't leave me there. If you hold me tight, I could treat you right. Girl, if any man put us under, thunder, not go thunder. Right now when I go run down, go jump bumper to bumper. Girl, if any man put us under, thunder, not go thunder. Right now when I go run down, go jump bumper to bumper. Some of them need the package. Forget about the marriage. No be all about the money, it go vanish. But not true love to the humble you. No do gra, good luck to the sample you, yeah. So you tell you say girl I love you. See them in them I want you, girl I need you. I say make I tell you what you don't know. So many don't know. I see them aside, girl I don't know. But still, girl, I don't know. Cause now we get to many ideas. We get to plenty and shabby. Like a luma. Anything a man do, plenty eyes to see. Like a luma. Please don't leave me there. Don't leave me, girl. If you do me right, I go treat you right now. Girl, if any man put us under, thunder, not for thunder. Right now when I go run down, go jump bumper to bumper. Girl, if any man put us under, thunder, not for thunder. Right now when I go run down, go jump bumper to bumper. Now where the bag of day, fire burn them all of them. You see none of them, they wish you well. Only true love for the humble you.
Up to something, don't be smarting. Check my melody, stop the darling. Talk to my baby, wait I'm coming. Yeah, we up to something. Artists down, but cool reaching on it. Bigger than Marin, don't be funny. Them they feel me from Ogogo Michael down to Asia, Colombia calling. If not for money, get them plenty. Ask me for money whenever you see me. Another reason when they go they feel